Welcome to Pera's Playbook. This is your host, Alex Pera. Let's open up our playbook and see who our guest is. Please enjoy. Welcome to episode 102 of Pera's Playbook. Today I'm joined by Kiley McTaggart of the Salisbury Seagulls women's volleyball team. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I always like look at schools and their mascots, and a lot of them are pretty generic, right? You get a lot of bulldogs, a lot of panthers, and all these different knights. They're all, Spartans, but Seagulls is one that's definitely unique.
hmm
So
Um,
it's kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure it's because we're close to the beach. That would
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah. It's just not like, I feel like a lot of mascots are menacing or they're frightening or they're like, I mean, the seagull looks tough, like it's all beefed up, but like it's just generally not like a frightening animal.
Yeah.
So kind of interesting. But let's dive into your recruiting a little bit. Obviously everybody, and I say this all the time, has got like a different experience. Some people it's pretty smooth, they know exactly where they want to go, and other people it's like super hectic and stressful. So did you have a pretty easy or stressful, or how was your recruiting process?
I'd say it was relatively easy. I wasn't talking to a lot of schools when the coach from here reached out to me. So when I finally visited Salisbury, it like didn't even compare. Like it was right away. I was like, yeah, this is where I want to go.
Yeah, that's a nice feeling to have when you're just like you know instantly that it's the right place, and it makes it more difficult if you've got like five places that you're like, man, I don't know what to choose, like they're all so awesome. So if you got one that just sticks out, I mean, that makes it easy. When did they start like contacting you? How, was it junior year, or like where in high school was it?
It was, I'm pretty sure the end of my junior year going into summer before my senior year that I was reached out to. And then I committed September of my senior year.
Okay, so like you didn't have that long after they reached out before you committed, just a few
hmm
months or.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's nice. So, I mean, after being there for a full year and, going into year two, I mean, just talk about like the school. I mean, obviously you played a lot, and we'll talk about that, like volleyball specific, but just talk about the school and like, you know, what's so awesome about being a Seagull.
Well, I personally like the community. Everyone's really nice. All the sports teams are really close with each other. And I loved the location. Of course, it's close to the beach, and campus is super pretty. I mean, I love the classes they offer too, and just everything about it is perfect in my eyes.
And what's your major?
Data science.
So, what do you want to do with that? Or like, I guess, what can you do with that?
There's a bunch of data analyst jobs that a lot of companies offer, and then everything with like statistics, you require classes that I'm taking right now. So,
So you like numbers.
mhm.
Well, that's cool. I feel like that's one, a lot of people don't love numbers, right? Like there's a lot of people that like, so do you have to take a lot of math classes?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fun if you're into
math
it. If
and
you're into
computer
it.
classes. Yep.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit volleyball. I mean, year one, you played a lot. You were second team all coast to coast conference. So like in the off season, going into the season, like did you have an idea that you were going to be playing a lot? Did your coaches communicate that to you, or were you kind of
Um,
like unsure of what was going to happen?
I was pretty unsure because there's always like you're always competing for your spot, and I didn't expect to play as a freshman as much as I did. But coach did express a little bit of confidence in me, so that definitely helped my confidence. And then, of course, I'm very grateful to have played as much as I did and
Right,
started.
yeah. That experience as a first year as a freshman, like that's going to set you up so good for the rest of your career, because so many people going into their second year seasons, maybe they got in a few games, maybe they didn't get in any, so they're just like trying to figure it out. But you know how college volleyball is now. I mean, you
Mhm.
understand the level of play and the speed of the game and everything. Which, like, speaking of that, did you notice a huge difference between high school and college? Like, was that a hard adjustment for you as a
Um,
first year to like be playing against girls that are 4 years older than you?
Definitely, yeah. I definitely did notice a difference. But then again, um, there are a bunch of different levels of every division. So this school just happened to be one of the best ones in my eyes that I feel like I belonged on. So I'm very happy with the level of competition that we have right now.
And you guys had a great season last year. You were
Hmm.
21-8. You made a NCAA tournament appearance and
Hmm.
won your first. And then you lost, but obviously making the NCAA tournament is just a huge accomplishment in by itself. I mean, so many teams. You think about how many volleyball teams are trying to make it and how many of them actually make it. It doesn't really matter
Yeah,
how far you go, just making it. Obviously everybody wants to like make the end. That's the goal, but just making it is a huge accomplishment.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
I mean,
There's a lot of teams.
what was the media like? Was there more media surrounding because you're at the NCAA? So, I mean, did you have to
Um,
like press conferences and stuff after games, or like did you
no, we didn't have any
no?
press conferences. I don't think they
Okay.
do that.
Because I think I was interviewing somebody. I can't remember if it was D3 lacrosse or what sport it was, but they said that they got to the NCAA tournament and all of a sudden they had to do like a press conference. And they had
Hmm,
no idea, like they had never done that before for their just regular conference games. But
interesting.
since it was NCAA's, there was like more of a to do with media and,
Hmm,
they had never experienced that before.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was much difference in our media,
Yeah.
at least. I don't
Well,
know.
that's good because I feel like that just adds stress and like extra
Yeah.
pressure. Did you feel
Mhm.
more pressure? Like, could you tell like this is NCAA's or did it just feel like you were playing another game?
It just felt like I was playing another game. Honestly, we talk so much about like ignoring the crowd and just like focusing on the game and not thinking too much about it. So I was pretty focused.
Yeah, well that's good because I feel like when you start thinking about it in a different way and you let the crowd get in, you let all that extra outside garbage get in, then you start to play worse because you're all stressed and nervous and it just makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
So with everything you know about college volleyball and your successful first season, I mean, do you have big goals for yourself heading into year two?
Yeah, so I'm trying to get an All-American title. Definitely will need to bring my stats up a lot for that, but I mean, I think I can do it. My coach has
Yeah,
faith in me, so and I have a lot of support. So, All-American title, definitely.
yeah. And what about the team? What do you think? Like, team can go farther than they did last year? Like, do you return a lot of players? You didn't lose too many. Bring in good freshman class and kind of like have all the pieces to make it deeper. Now that you've been there, your
Yeah,
class knows what it's like, so you can help the freshmen that are
yeah.
coming in and
So we basically most of the same team from last year is playing this year too, plus a bunch of freshmen that I think have amazing potential that will help us out significantly. So I definitely think we're going to make it farther than we did last year in the NCAA specifically.
yeah. So watch out for the Seagulls is what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yeah, there it is. There's that mascot. Doesn't really sound too scary, but you know,
can be
seagulls
scary sometimes.
can be scary. I mean, it is kind of scary if you're sitting on the beach and a seagull starts flying around you because
Exactly. They
you
come
don't want
out
to
of
get
nowhere.
crapped on
Yeah.
and like that's like the worst nightmare is like lying on the beach and there comes a seagull and you get a white blop on you that you don't want.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there you go. You guys can go crap on the other teams. So and I was looking a little bit, so unless your answers have changed, I know the answers, but nobody else does for a few questions that like in your bio, kind of just about you, your favorite sports team. I don't know if it's changed since you did your bio, but
um, okay. I like the Phillies. I'm gonna be honest.
okay,
I'm a
yeah.
diehard Phillies fan, so
All right, cool. So I didn't know the answer. I like that curveball. I thought I knew the answer. I thought you were gonna say the national team
yeah.
for volleyball, but
Yeah.
Phillies. Cool. They're
Mhm.
having a good year. That's got to be fun for,
Mm.
as a fan.
Yeah. Games are always fun to go to.
Have you gone to games?
Yeah, I went to one this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, baseball games, I don't know. Baseball's one of those sports I don't love watching it on TV. It's kind of boring.
Mhm.
But if you can go to a ballpark even if you don't love baseball, just like the experience, the atmosphere, getting some expensive ballpark food, and
Mhm.
if the team wins, they do fireworks and all that other stuff. Like it's a really fun summer thing to do.
Mhm.
So, I mean, is the men's national team still one of your
Yeah,
favorites that you still like?
definitely for sure.
So, were you excited to see that they had a successful Olympics, getting a
Mhm.
medal, and
Yeah, they're always really fun to watch. They do some crazy stuff.
yeah. I didn't watch a ton of them this Olympics. I watched a lot of other stuff. But I did watch that match with Poland that
Mhm.
sent them to the bronze medal game, and that was a crazy back and forth. I mean, they put up a good fight. It's too bad they couldn't get it, but I mean, a bronze medal is still something to be happy about.
Definitely. Yeah.
I like watching beach volleyball. I don't know, there's just something
Mhm.
about beach volleyball. I feel like you get some really crazy volleys and people dive a little bit harder because of the sand, and they're running all over the place, and I don't know. There's just something about
So
beach
I love a
volleyball I
lot
really
harder
like.
too.
Yeah. So another question from your bio, maybe the answer changed, maybe it didn't, but dream vacation spot.
I don't even remember what I put in my bio. I'll say Japan.
Different
So,
answer. You had
yeah.
Greece.
Oh yeah. Well, I already did that. Um,
Oh, well, there you
yeah.
go. How was that?
It was really fun. I
Yeah.
went to Athens and explored a bunch. So
Did you
yeah.
feel like you were in Mamma Mia?
No,
No.
I wasn't in that part.
Oh, okay. Cool. So Japan. Why do you want to go to Japan?
There's a cafe there that has capybaras that you can pet and stuff while
That'd
you're
be
eating.
cool.
So yeah,
So
that'd
like
be
while
fun.
you're eating, you can pet.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'd be a fun experience. That's the only reason you want to go to Japan, just for that?
No, I want to explore the countryside and stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that'd be fun. Japan would be a cool place to go.
Hmm.
And then what's your favorite food?
Pasta, any type of pasta.
Any kind. Is there one that like sticks out more than others? Like one that you like more than others?
Um, I love a good chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, that's good. It's hard to pass that up.
Hmm.
Do you like homemade better? Is like there a restaurant that like makes it that always like to go to? Like it just doesn't matter.
No, it just doesn't matter. You never miss, I guess.
What about pregame? A lot of pasta for like pregame, or do you guys have like team meals where you eat together and
We've had pasta parties and stuff before. We just have like spaghetti and stuff, hang out.
yeah. Do you make it like yourselves as a team, like at somebody's
Um,
place, or like is it
One of my teammates did make it last year in their
yeah,
apartment. Went there.
that's cool. Was it for a home game, I'm assuming then?
It was before preseason.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, cool. And then why don't we end on like music? You big into music or
Um, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I listen to a lot of different stuff. Probably rap the least.
yeah.
Everything else an equal amount.
So like what's your pump up? Like do you listen to music before you're gonna play? I mean, I know some people everyone's got a different routine. Some people like complete silence, other people like loud music.
Um, well, they have a playlist that they play for us before all the home games. It's a bunch of rap. Not my thing. It helps, but it's not my thing. But
Yeah.
sometimes I do like on the bus and stuff before games, listen to like R&B, that type of stuff, just to like calm
Okay.
me down and stuff, help me focus.
Yeah. So what's your like happy music? Like if you were sad and you were gonna turn on some music to kind of like brighten your spirits, what would be like your go-to?
Probably Daniel Caesar.
I don't
He's
know if I know
R&B.
that.
Probably not. He's R&B.
Okay. Yeah. And then what about like hype? Is that would that be R&B too? Like or so
Yes,
is that your favorite then? Your favorite
I
genre
guess
is
so. Yeah.
R&B?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now
R&B
what
and country are kind of like equal right there.
I was gonna say, so what are your thoughts on country? Because you said you don't like rap, and I feel like a lot of people who aren't huge into rap like
Hmm.
country, and the people who like country don't love rap. It kind of
Yeah. There's a lot of country people at my school, I'd say.
yeah.
He's very popular.
Now here's a question. I've asked other people, and I mean most people that go to is rap or like hard rock, but could you get like pumped up? pregame with country? Like
Yeah.
would that pump you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's got
Yes.
to be the right kind of country, right? Like I feel like there's certain country that definitely wouldn't be hype, but there
Yeah. I don't know.
definitely
I
is.
guess it just depends for everyone. Everyone's a little
Yeah,
different.
right. Yeah, everybody's got. I mean, like you said, your team playlist is rap, and that really does it do it for you, but it clearly does it for a lot of other people. I mean, that's kind of. I feel like every person I've talked to, every athlete, their team playlist is primarily rap, which surprised me. I don't really go for. I mean, I like some rap, but it doesn't really hype me up. For me, it's like hard rock or like metal. That's what gets me going. But that answer doesn't get a lot either. It's generally rap is like the pregame hype music. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I want to find a team somewhere, maybe a Southern team that like only plays country for their hype
Maybe
music.
if we
That's
change
it.
our playlist, we'll add some country.
There you go. There you go. You need some teams got to do it. Some teams got to get hyped to only country. You just kind of be the unique. Everyone else is listening to rap. Some teams got to do country. Maybe it could be you guys because
Sure.
you're already unique with being Seagulls. So add
Maybe.
some
Yeah.
more. I don't know. Something to think about.
I'll talk to the person in charge. Maybe
Do
I'll get
you
some country on there.
is it like the school that plays it or is it like a
No,
team playlist?
I know who makes the playlist, but I don't know. Not the school. I know who makes the playlist. It's
So you got an in. So you could
yeah.
make it happen maybe.
I could probably make it happen.
Well, if it happens, you have to say that the thought came on this podcast.
Okay, I will. I'll
All right,
credit this podcast.
there we go. Well, everybody, you're gonna have to look out for the Seagulls next year. Make a run for the NCAA tournament while they're listening to country music. So there you go. Appreciate you coming on the podcast, talk
Yeah,
a little
thanks
bit
for having me.
about your journey and how everything went. Sorry it was so chaotic planning
That's okay.
it. Thanks for listening. Please stay tuned for more episodes soon.